Here's what you guys have to understand. I don't think you guys actually realize how much overtrading and revenge trading is actually killing your progress in trading. You can learn everything about trading. You can learn every single strategy. You can have a 99% win rate. But if you can't be able to handle a loss as a grown man, as a grown woman, if you can't handle a few losses here and there and understand the actual profitability of your system, stop trading. I'm saying this right now. Stop trading. Go find another profession. Go find something else that you want to pursue, because this is not for you. And I'm saying this right now because if you don't realize this right now, you will go down a very, very dark path. And I'm being so serious right here. And I'm saying this with the most genuine intent. I will be completely blunt with you. You will lose more than what you've invested, and you will go into debt. And you will forever hate yourself for starting trading in the first place. I don't think you guys understand this. I truly believe you guys do not understand this. You guys think this is a game. All right, you guys think you can push this off to the side, right? The problems that you're dealing with, revenge trading, overtrading, the fact that you are such a bitch, you are a pussy, okay? Nobody's going to tell you this, but I am going to tell you this. You have to realize that you are a bitch. There is a problem with you, okay? Some of you guys have already realized this problem, and you guys still choose to do nothing about it. And you have to ask yourself, why do you guys do nothing about this? Especially because you talk about, oh, I need to make this work. I need to provide for my family. I need to do all of these things. But instead, you're directly disrespecting not only yourself, but your family members, the people that you care about, by overtrading, by revenge trading, by doing all the things that you're not supposed to be doing to be a profitable trader. There are two main reasons why people overtrade, why people revenge trade. One reason is the greed, right? That is the most obvious reason. Obviously, in trading, the money is directly correlated to your position, right? To your actions. And us as humans, we have a problem with trying to regulate our emotions when it comes to money, because money plays a big factor in our lives, right? We see numbers on the screen, but that number that we actually are able to withdraw when we're able to take a payout can change a lot of our lives. Not only our lives, but it can also change the people that we care about as well, right? It can change the lives of the people that we care about. Now that comes to my second reason. It is because you want to help people out, right? You want to provide not only for yourself, but you want to provide for your loved ones as well, right? For me, the reason why I revenge traded, the reason why I used to overtrade is because every time I took a loss, I would think that was a bad thing. I would think that was slowing down my progress in trading as an unprofitable trader. I thought that every loss that I took would just slow down my progress, and it would take longer for me to become profitable. And that is further from the truth. That is completely further from the truth, okay? Because you have to realize that losses are always and will always be part of a winning system. If you had a 100% win rate, if everybody was able to have a 100% win rate, then we would all be profitable. And that's so obvious to say. If you cannot handle a loss, you are not built for this game. Now, another reason why I used to overtrade, or why I used to revenge trade, is because I wanted to prove people wrong, right? I wanted to prove to my family, I wanted to prove to people that doubted me that this was actually possible, and I would be able to make this work. And if I was just able to have green days every day and get myself to profit every single day, that would be making the process faster, right? I would be one step closer to be able to get that payout and prove people wrong. Okay, but this is where that is completely wrong. That mindset is very, very wrong. As an unprofitable trader, your main focus should be on the skill, and that is easier said than done. But you have to relate this to how bad you actually want this to work out. Again, a lot of people say they need this to work out, but they're not willing to actually put in the work. They're not willing to put in the dirty work even as well. And what is the dirty work in trading? Just being patient, sitting on your hands, not pressing the buttons when you don't need to press the buttons. That is quite literally 90% of trading right there. Just being able to watch candles go by and you sitting there waiting for your setup to present itself. But some of you guys still choose to trade every single day without fail, or trade when conditions are improbable, or take a loss that doesn't follow your system, or maybe even take a loss that follows your system, and then feel a whole bunch of emotions and then act on your emotions because you're so attached to the money and you want to accomplish all of these things as fast as possible that you completely forget about the main reason why you should be trading. To get better at trading. That is the main reason why you should be trading. It's not about the money. It's not about the people's lives that you can change. It's not about the life that you can provide for yourself as well. That is all just a reward of the actions that you do on the charts. I promise you, if you focus on the skill, if you are able to have a disciplined routine outside of your trading, there is no reason why this won't be able to reflect on your trading as well, on the charts. When you wake up at 9:30 every day, 6:30 every day, whatever time zone that you're in, when you're on the charts for this long and you're looking for your setup, if you are able to have a disciplined life outside of trading, there is no reason for you to overtrade. There is no reason for you to revenge trade. No amount of backtesting will help with this. No amount of waking up every single day and doing the same thing over and over again will help with this. You need to have a conscious mind. You need to actually realize that every time you revenge trade, every time you overtrade, you're not only disrespecting yourself, but you're disrespecting the people around you, the people that believe in you, and if you're learning from someone, you're also disrespecting the person that you're learning from as well. It is such a shame. It is such a shame that you would genuinely put yourself through this misery day after day after day, doing the same shit over and over again, and just live a life full of despair just because you couldn't stop yourself from pressing 2 fucking buttons, bro. That is so sad, bro. That is so sad. Just hearing it from me and just thinking about it yourself. Does that not sound sad to you? I bet it does. So why don't you make the change? Why does it need you to get to the point where you need to watch a video about this to stop yourself from overtrading? Is that not sad to you? Right? You're listening to another grown man talk to you about not being able to control yourself from sitting on your hands, bro. That is so sad. So what are you going to do about this? Are you going to continue to live the life that you've been living, where you cannot control your emotions, where you cannot trust your own word? The worst thing you can do, the absolute worst thing you can do, is not be able to trust your own word. How do you expect other people to trust you? How do you expect other people to depend on you if you cannot even listen to what you say yourself? That is the worst thing ever. Now, how is this all tied to overtrading, to revenge trading? Well, it's pretty simple. If you tell yourself that from now on, I won't overtrade. From now on, I won't revenge trade. Every time I take a loss, I will hop off the charts. Every time I feel some sort of emotions when I take a loss, I will just close my computer. I will set a trade limit. I will set a personal daily loss limit. And I will never touch those settings ever, because I have those for a reason. And day by day by day, it gets better. I'm telling you, it gets better. All you have to do is just start. You have to start, and you have to keep yourself accountable. And it gets easier over time. You don't even realize it over time. That's the point where you need to get to. And you need to make sure that happens ASAP. Not even ASAP. That needs to happen right now. Because if it doesn't happen right now, it's never going to happen. Or it will take you losing a shit ton of money and a shit ton of mental capital for you to realize that you need to make a change. And if you want to make it get to that point, be my guest, go for it. See how absolutely cruel life will be when you get to that point. It is not pretty. It is not great to be in that situation. So if it takes you watching 100 videos and maybe on the 101st psychology video it clicks, then so be it. But I promise you it's better than going so far into debt, so deep into debt where you can't even fathom yourself ever getting out of the hole that you've dug yourself. So think about the life that you want to live in the future, maybe 5 years, 10 years from now, and see if what you're doing right now in your trading is getting you to that point. And if it's not, do something about it. That's all I can say. Do something about it right now, or face the consequences.